Amazon has changed our lives, right?
Yep.
That remember when Amazon started off as like a book club where you can rent books? Amazon now has gone to go to is taking other businesses out. So if
Yeah.
people haven't embraced and brought Amazon in as an innovation, right? It wouldn't move.
Yep.
Okay, Carissa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. Amazon in as an innovation.
Um, I,
Oh, of course.
I
And I,
Right.
I
I'm a
wanted
girl.
to start off, yeah, I wanted to start off with something fun and really kind of mind blog you. Okay, last person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go.
Netflix.
Netflix. Netflix and what?
Chill.
Real, right? Netflix started off as a rent DVD pop-up box place where you go and pull the DVDs down, and
Mhm.
eventually they transcended into okay, you can get movies here, and now they're actually making movies and giving people a run for their money in the movie industry. So you can see how just innovating new ideas and things actually not only can change what we're doing currently, but it changes complete societies, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's dive in. Let's go into the definition of innovation because I think that's important. Successfully implementing a new idea and creating value for your customers and stakeholders. Innovations starts with a new idea. It could be a plan for improved product or service. It could be an updated method for running your operation. It can also be a new business model. So personally, for me, not embracing innovation can be detrimental to any of your businesses, right? If you're not being innovative, you're not moving forward. So when owning a business and starting a business, you need to really look at what's currently happening in those businesses and decide how you're going to be different. Remember that unique factor that you need to bring out. You need to make sure that you're doing something innovative, something new, something unique, something creative. And that all starts with embracing what's currently out there. One of the things I like to look at, and one of the things I think we need to do when we're learning, is look at some of the past innovators that's been out there that's created things, right? And follow their process. Look at their process and create something new. Me being a hairdresser first, above all things, right? That's why I'm a hairdresser. Let me say it. I love doing hair. I love scalps. I love clean scalps, even better. But I love I love scalps, right? I love hair. And then I felt this knack for loving business, and I was like, where did that come from, right? But one of my favorite innovators is who? Madam C.J. Walker. And people think it's because she created the product. It is great that she created the product, but she created a system where she helped other Black women get wealthy.
Mhm.
Do you ever think about that? She created a great product. That product worked, but she created a system where she took what other people were doing and she put people in this system to help them build wealth. And of course, she built wealth based on that product. But I look at her system and how she set up things not just to help herself, but to help others. She's truly an innovator, right? But you're like, okay, if she's an innovator, how does she do it? What can I do currently to change those things and implement it into my business to help others people's grow? Remember, my whole purpose was to what? Help other people, right? So another person I brought up was Steve Jobs. I'm gonna say yes to Steve Jobs because I love what? I love the iPhone. The iPhone is a beautiful tool. It is an innovative tool. It helps me do everything I need to do. It's helping me right now. Hi, hello. Hello, Instagram Live, right? It's helping me right now. It's helping us with this. But Steve Jobs, if you know anything about him, he wasn't the scientist. He brought the scientists in. He was the idea person. He was
Mhm.
the innovator. He's a person that thought differently. And just taking someone else's invention, he said, that's great, but what if we did this to it? What if you were able to add that? Did he have the science behind it? Could he write code? He told you, I can't do that, but I can give the code writers the ideas they need to make this thing greater. Another one is everybody loves him. He's Mr. Musk, Mr. Elon. They came out with that car, right? He came out with the Tesla. And in that, you're seeing all these tests around, but he came out with a way. He said, we no longer have to use gas. We can get around this. Everybody's fighting for gas and fighting for power, and there's so much money tied in the gas. He used his knowledge to develop a new way to help transportation, right? Change the whole transportation industry and become a millionaire because, well, is it million, billion? Is he at trillion yet? Do you guys know?
I don't think he's at trillion yet, but he's
No,
very.
but he's up there. But all of this started with someone embracing innovation, embracing someone else's idea, and making something bigger. All right. So now we go back to some discussion questions. Y'all can come back up because we're about to do 5 seconds. After I did my spiel, and after I talked about embracing ideas and what the definition was, who can you think of right now? Selena, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She's not even off mute.
I was like, eh. I hate my
1, 2, 3,
innovation.
4, 5. We're on it right now. Facebook.
Oh, the internet
The
or
internet.
technology. Yeah.
Facebook. Do you remember remember when we were sending messages? We had the internet. Remember when you have to go to the library?
Listen, that part.
Who remembers an encyclopedia? You remember encyclopedias?
Yep.
Right? So innovation caused us to be able to go to Google, look something up. Innovation caused where I'm at, Chat GPT to exist. Now, okay, let's talk about that. Yeah, Chat GPT to exist, which is artificial intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's taking all the ideas, combining, and it's creating for us. It's moving for us. Some people are very scared of it, and they have some good arguments. But if you decide that you're going to take this tool, because that's what it is right now, and use it in your business to help you create something greater, a bigger purpose, a bigger move, right? It can be very beneficial to you.
Right.
Embracing what? Innovation.
Innovation.
Embracing innovation. Now, what are some of the things that you need to do to embrace innovation? Do we take stuff in before we get you have to clear your mind, but before we bring new stuff in, we need to put new stuff out. We need to get rid of some stuff, right? And for me, I'll just give you a story. When we wanted to grow, right, and we decided that we were going to be growing, we were like, okay, where are we going to be? What are we going to do? And what happens is anxiety sets in. Right? Not having a plan, anxiety sets in. Even when you build the plan, sometimes anxiety sets in. Sometimes anxiety and then fear sets in. I can't do it. Or these old experiences or these old stories. So one of the things I find that you really have to do before you decide you're going to create and bring something in, you have to get rid of the old stuff. You have to get rid of fear. You have to get rid of fear. You have to get rid of the fear of failing, which everybody has. I remember, who are any of you dreamers? Okay, I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. I dream. I'm a dreamer. So I would go to sleep, and for about 5 years, I would have this dream. And it'd be different. You dream, you're running or you're doing things. But I would always have this dream of climbing the ladder. I'll be climbing the ladder, whether it's get to a second story or to do it. I'm climbing this ladder, climbing. And then as soon as I get to the top of the ladder, guess what happened? The ladder starts to fall. And I actually had the feeling of the ladder falling to me going back. And then I would hit the ground and wake up. Years.
Wow.
I began to get so used to that dream because I kept going. I kept having the dream. I would get to the top of the ladder. And as the ladder started to fall, something said, put your feet down. Put your feet down.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Put your feet down. And instead of holding on like this, I start getting loose because I start getting used to the fall. You're going to fail. You're going to go through that. You're going to feel this thing over and over again. But as I felt that thing, I got used to the fall. And when I hit the ground, my feet hit the ground. And then I woke up. Ask me if I have that dream now.
Do you have the dream now?
I don't have the dream anymore. And I no longer have the dream because I got used to the fall. I learned something during the fall. I felt everything during the fall till it got to the point where the fall didn't affect me because I knew what to expect. So you learn stuff from your failure. You learn stuff from your fears. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll
Yes.
keep going. Um, Another one of the things we want to make sure we give up, we want to make sure we have resources. If you're lacking resources now,
Mhm.
you want to get as many resources as you possibly can. And by embracing the tools, internet, chat GPT, all these 10,000 platforms, BSBA, the resources that you have, right? You will be able to grow and get past that lack of not knowing because you have the tools and the resources to grow. You got to be open to change. You got to get rid of that fear resistant change. A lot of people can't embrace innovation because they don't want things to change. And one of the biggest examples is that you see that in the workplace. When people are in the workplace and you give them, oh, this is my favorite, new policy.
Yeah.
All right. Be open to change. New policy. You can no longer exit in that door. You got to use this door. Oh my God. Small changes in people's routine can mess them completely up. What was another one? Oh, when you drink something, you have to have a covered top. Why do I have to have a covered top? For everybody else, it just makes sense. But small changes can affect someone. So you want to make sure that you are open to change and that you actually embrace it and get rid of that. Lack of diversity, you want to make sure you get as much diversity as you can into not only your business but into your thought and your mindset. And when I'm talking diversity, I'm not just talking racial. Lack, you want to
Mhm.
be diverse in how you perceive things, how you take things in, how you do certain things. You want to do things in different ways so that you can actually be stronger in different areas, right? You want to be diverse in everything that you do, not only in one business, in all your business. You want to make sure you're diverse in the people that you bring in to collaborate with. That was a key word, collaborate with. You want to be open to collaborating with people and get rid of the fear of communicating and partnering and growing and being. Another thing we have to make sure we do is we have to get in alignment with everything that's going on in our bodies and our mindsets,
Mhm.
right? You want to make sure that your mindset is correct and right to do things. And one of my platforms is Your True Power, where I really, really work on mindset. I'm a certified, and I'm gonna say this, y'all don't look at me crazy. I'm a certified hypnotist. I'm looking for the crazy looks. Okay, none. Okay, good stuff. I'm a certified hypnotist, which means no, I didn't go to. I actually went to a place and got certified for a long period of time, many hours. But the thing with hypnotism is just relaxation and mindset, knowing how to visualize things to create a better environment for you, and then implanting ideas into the subconscious to make sure you can get things done. So when I say get in touch with your alignment, get to a place and use whatever method you have to use to make sure this is right so that you
Mm.
can do everything that you need to do. That's embracing your innovation. Make sure you're open to feedback, right? When someone tells you something that's actually for the betterment of your business, you want to make sure you're open to that. And you gotta make sure you get rid of fear of getting feedback. And last but not least, you want to be able to consider other people,
Mhm.
bring other people in, consider what they're doing, how they can be an attribute to your business. I know with my e-commerce business, I have a business called Pretty Cool Deals, where I sell culture shirts, t-shirts, artwork, and things like that, and it's doing really, really well. But when someone told me, it was like, hey, your business, maybe you should do more of this. And I was like, no, no, I don't want to change. It's good the way it is. I'm not open to feedback. And once I put up those three items they told me to put up, my sales went up 3%. So just being open to feedback and taking other people in and just being open to embracing new things makes a difference. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Can
I'm
you see?
still, I'm still stuck on, I'm a certified hypnotist.
There were definitely some questions there. There were no crazy
Yeah.
answers. Definitely some questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
so during that pandemic year, do you remember that pandemic year? I am a professional student. And at the time, I had a stylist in my salon she was talking about being hypnotist, and I was like, really? And I sat through a session with her, um, where she really got me to visualize. The first thing she asked me, so this is one of the things to know if you can be hypnotized. You guys ready?
Mhm.
Are you a daydreamer? Are you a daydreamer? Some people say no, but if you actually sit and you think, if you can sit and think for a long time by yourself and not be disturbed, you're a dreamer. Can you do that? No, your mind runs. Most people who daydream quickly and well can be hypnotized, right? And then the biggest thing with hypnotism is that you're trying to implant things into the subconscious. So the deal is to get past that critical mind, that thinking. I want to get you thinking, and then I implant ideas in there, and they're usually beneficial. So deep meditation, music. Who loves listening to slow music? All right, hands. By yourself, right?
Really?
With a good smell, good senses, some incense, some oils, aromatherapy going on. Who likes a massage? Come on, y'all. No one likes a massage? Okay.
I think
That's
everyone knows their hand on that one.
hypnotism is a part of that. And then the biggest part about me doing hypnotism during that time was just to really get into a mindset and relax about everything that was going on around the world. And then as I did it, I found that a lot of people were like, hey, you do that? Can I do it? And now I do it for my salon. I have clients. And I don't charge. Let me say that because that's a gift, not a business. But yeah, helping people get to relaxation and deep relaxation and tell them that they can and they subconscious so they can be successful and move on and grow businesses and provide jobs for people is what I like to do.
I love it.
Yes. Yes.
Selena just said she was the volunteer's tribute to try out the hypnotism. I heard that.
Oh, please,
I
Selena,
just
you
heard
wanna
that.
come? Yes.
No, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So
You don't be volunteering nobody on there. You sponsor yourself.
I had to get somebody. That's before they got me.
I will say this. I have a question.
Volunteer back.
Right. So you talked a little bit earlier in some of the tips that you gave, and one of those questions that you gave was in around embracing change, right?
yes.
What would you say to the persons who do struggle with embracing change? How are some tips, or what suggestions would you give to them to be a little bit more open-minded when it comes to embracing change?
The first thing you have to do is get to the root of why you are fighting the change. If somebody's resisting change, there's a purpose, there's a root to it. Does that make sense? And even with the NLP stuff that I do, hypnosis, the thing is getting to the root of what's stopping you, what you're resisting to. So if you're resisting change, you have to stop and say, okay, why am I not comfortable with this? What things about this thing, and they have to be action, what things about this make me uncomfortable, right? And then was like, what things about this can make me more comfortable, and then taking the steps to go through the process of changing that. But getting to the root, why am I uncomfortable with this? Why am I uncomfortable with change? And it usually has nothing to do with the actual action of change. It has something to do with sometimes past hurts, past experiences,
Yeah.
right? Triggering you, that happened last time, that can happen this time,
Yeah.
right? And walking through that fear.
That's good. I also want to touch on, you talked a little bit about diversity, and I think this is huge for business owners, especially. And you gave a really great example and a story of your own testament of how, someone gave an idea, and of course your immediate response was, so we have, so a lot of times when we are developing businesses and we're developing ideas and things of this nature, we have an idea or a picture in our mind of how we want it to go and what it's going to look like and how we're going to do it and what we're going to offer, right? But being able to remain open-minded, because individuals can see our blind spots. Maybe we have a blind spot, or they can see things that are beneficial that because of our focused perspective, we may not be able to see. And so I just wanted to just really kind of drill down on that a little more, to say that was an excellent point and example that you gave on embracing diversity. And I think that that's really important, because a lot of times we hear the topic of diversity, especially within certain cultures, right? And we automatically go to our ethnicity, but diversity is a lot more than just the color of our skin or our ethnic background. It's about being able to embrace ideas that are different than yours. And that's how you innovate. That's how you grow. So I just thought that was a great point.
Yeah.
And then, and being able to test it. Once you become more diverse in accepting the ideas, remember I gave that story, but being able to like, okay, I'm just going to shut it out because I'm going to shut it out. That doesn't work. It's not serving me. It's not serving others. So once you get that person in your life, if it's a mentor, a platform like yours, people like you that challenge you, it's like, no, you have to look at these things not only for yourself, because you have to remember you're trying to move people from survival to transcendence. How do they get to transcendence, not realizing that what they're doing is not just for them, it's for other people. And you can't do that being closed-minded.
Nope.
You cannot. It will not not work.
Yeah Absolutely. I love it.
Right. So I want to make sure everybody takes this away. How to embrace innovation, right? We want to embrace failure. We want to create an innovative culture in our business. We want to make sure we can be as diverse as possible. And we know that's not just race and cultural background. We want to make sure we make a plan, a roadmap, right? Where are we going? What are you doing? We need that plan. We want to make sure we take in feedback, right? And the biggest thing is not being resistant to change. That's embracing innovation.
Love it.
You guys have it? That's embracing it. Don't be resistant to change.
You said it too fast. I couldn't type none of that.
Oh, sorry.
I was going with you, and then I was like, she on a roll.
I was sorry. But any questions? We have Q&A. We open for it.
I don't have a question, but I want to talk about the Hair Eco Salon, because I recently visited you, and when you pulled out whatever contraption that was, and you were able to see on a screen what was happening under my scalp, I said, what manner of what is this? I want to talk about embracing innovation. I mean, I guess that's what technology, like modern using.
That's embracing technology. Yes.
How did you come to know that was even available? How do people find out what's actually available in their industry?
I'm a researcher. Let me go back. I am a professional student. I am a professional lifelong student. I'm from Southern California. I'm from Los Angeles, California, South Central to be exact. I made way to Northern California by way of University of California, Davis. So I'm a studier and I'm a researcher, right? When I got into hair, I didn't stop there. I wanted to know what was next, what was better, what can I do more for my clients? And because of that, I became a trichologist, right? And first it was natural. Go ahead.
What is a trichologist?
Trichologist is a person that's certified to study hair loss, the hair and skin and scalp, right? The biggest thing is they really embrace hair loss, and they research and study all the different methods that you can use. Remember, I taught you about the multi-therapeutic approach to grow hair back. What people don't know is that when you go to a dermatologist, a lot of times, and they're skin professionals, they're skin doctors, because depending on what insurance you don't have the right medical code. When you go to them, if they can't code it and get paid for it, they're not going to say anything to you. They will not. They will send you home with some shampoo and say, good luck, right? A trichologist came in between that spot and say, okay, this is what we can do. These are the things that you can do naturally. Then they start diving into science, which is what we do. These are the tools that you can use that's going to help you not only grow your hair back, but help you with your skin and your overall health. So the scalp scope, which is what I use, is just a tool that we use to see what's going on with your scalp. And it helps us know how to diagnose or tell you what things we can do to help grow their hair back, or even if it's possible. Now, let me tell you this. I never tell anyone it's not possible. Ever. That's not what we do. We could say this is what we go do, this is what our plan is, and this is the results we're expecting. But I don't believe in impossibility. We believe in strategy. So, as a trichologist, I'm learning a lot. And stem cells, which is a new innovation, has been big in the medical field and it's big in hair loss. Did you hear stem cells? Yeah, I heard that. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. Stem cells. Yeah. Yeah, they're using stem cells for that. And because we can't get access to stem cells, they've created a synthetic stem cell that can now help you with hair loss.
Wow.
Did I hear that?
That's science and innovation, right? When and that's somebody not taking no for an answer. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's how you create.
Because there's so much controversy with how people get and attract stem cells. They're like, okay, there's a synthetic way that we can do this, and we can actually help people. People think hair loss isn't a big deal. It is. It's huge. It's traumatic, and it can affect women and men in so many different ways. And it's something I've chosen to dive into, learn about, and perfect.
It's awesome.
Thank you, Selena. Thank you for mentioning it. I don't toot my own horn that much.
I wasn't trying to toot it. I was really blown away. I was like, Tack, you're not going to believe what just happened. She had this thing, and it was like, it was really cool. I love when I feel like I'm a lifelong learner too. And so when I see things that I've never seen before, it's fascinating to me. I didn't even know that things like that existed. But I think that's what, entrepreneurs, that's what we kind of need to always be on the hunt, for the next best thing, not the Jessica hunt, the real hunt, the scavenger hunt, or the next best thing, what's out there, what's available, how can I use it? How will that help me? How will it help my customers or my clients? How does it improve the services that I provide? The products that I'm offering. So I really appreciate
one of the other things I always like to tell, especially my students, to do, they're in, if you're in a certain industry, they research that industry, which is what you should do. But if you veer off and look at the industries attached to your industry, you're usually able to find patterns of another industry that you can bring back to yours and create a whole new way of doing things. Right? I went to Disneyland. What is Disneyland known for?
Mickey Mouse.
Right. Right. What about customer service? Do you know they're not allowed to have any trash on Main Street? You know how you walk through and they have the little sweepers? Disneyland is known for its customer service. Everyone there is supposed to greet you and smile at you. Everyone there is supposed to say hello. Everyone there. And I was like, wow, Disneyland. I want that customer service over here. Did you see that? Just being able to look at other industries and bringing it to yours. I want to teach my people that. So I'm buying the Walt Disney book, not on business, but on customer service and the level of excellence he required in it. And it helped him be successful. Right?
Yeah.
When you called me this morning, the only thing I could had playing in my mind was your greeting. It's a great day at Hair Eco. How may I help you today? I think I said it right.
Yeah, but you did. Yeah.
It's like that is, I mean, that is exactly what your business is. It's like excellent. So I really appreciate you. So I'm going to ask this last question unless somebody else has a question.
I don't have a question. Right. I'm just excited that it's her. Like we felt that you would be the best person to talk about innovation. And so far I realized that 30 minutes is absolutely not enough for everyone.
Here we go, bro. Sorry.
You have such a deep mind when it comes to creativity and innovation. I think that we should just pick your brain a little bit more often, if I'm being honest.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is the last question that I have for you.
Yes.
What I have to ask this question because I know where you're going to go and I know where Jessica going to probably want to go. To what do you credit your success? Or to whom do you credit?
It's not even a question. God. G-O-D. God, salvation, my Savior, my Lord, my Father, my protector, my guardian, my educator, my teacher, my love. My success is God. He sends the right people on my path. He, like, I'm trying not to tear up. He connects me to you, but to others that not only feel me, enrich me, but support me. Um, Whenever you think you don't have that next thing, he gives it to you. Um, and now I find myself not only, with the success being God, but wanting more of God and being able to share him with others. And I thank you for asking that question because it's a lot. But God, my success is with God. My everything is with God.
Amen.
Amen.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I didn't
True.
know you was gonna start. I didn't know you was about to go into a full prayer, but
I'm sorry.
I appreciate that too. I appreciate that too.
I tried to.
So I thank you so much for coming on here. I want to give Jessica the floor to close, and the reason why is because she just has a who knows why. The way she's able to, she gonna tie that whole what you said and the God thing and the business thing all together, and then we're gonna start this call.
Well, we're gonna keep it light because what we're not gonna do is have a revival on this here afternoon call. But I will say is this, a lot of times people, or sometimes we feel reserved in speaking about certain things. But God is not one of them. We can't be reserved about that. And so certainly a lot of innovation when you are tapped in and you have a prayer life, your innovation will expand. It will expand. So you talk about someone to lead and guide you. It's an awesome way to build your business, and every business has to stand on foundation. And there's no greater foundation than that of God. So I will say that. I will just say that we hope that everybody that is watching this live or will watch this playback really receives some benefits. Take this information, digest it. There's a lot of opportunity for us to bridge the gap in a time where innovation is really the key to our success. It is being able to help us, identify ways that we can stand out, not only from just our competitors, but one of the things that was mentioned earlier that was really good in helping others. When we can innovate ways that bring opportunity to not just ourselves, but to others, we're guaranteeing our success. That is a recipe to not fail. So as we, focus on building our businesses and focus on finding ways that, we can be unique in the various services that we offer, I want to challenge everybody that watches this, that listens to the playback, challenge yourself to figure out what you can do to help support and help assist others in your business and what you're doing. And the best thing that you can do is be the best you that you can be. And that starts with that foundation that we just talked about and the willingness to have this innovation that was shared on today.
I agree. That was wonderful. Thank you guys so much for having me. It was a true joy. I'm truly blessed. And whenever you need me again, just call. I'm here.
Well, don't hang up. Thank you, everybody, for enjoying us today. That is your 30-minute power lunch with BSBA and Miss Kienya Beasley, and we hope to see you next week.